What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are sitting here in front of the breeding rack and or quarantine rack, and that is because I'm dismantling this. Kind of explain why as I give you guys a closer look into the rack. So let's get straight to it. Yeah, guys. So the breeding rack slash quarantine slash grow out rack is unfortunately getting decommissioned, taken down. It is just taking up more real estate space than I needed to, and I've got plans for this space. And I know myself, when I get fish, they sit in quarantine for such a long time. So I'm gonna go ahead and tear these down and have a less permanent quarantine system. That way, once they're done quarantining, I can take them out of there. Same thing with the grow out tanks. Um, these are just kind of the fish in here are just sitting here at this point. I haven't gotten, I guess, the motivation to move them because they're in quote unquote adequate tanks. But we are going to go ahead and move the fish that are in here, which aren't many, into some of the other tanks in the fish room. So let me show you what's going where. Starting with the discus breeding tank with the one female discus, she is going to be going upstairs into my 75 with the other discus, the other three discus that I have, the biggest blue one being actually her offspring. I believe it's a male, so I'm hoping that they will pair off and make beautiful babies because this is an absolutely beautiful discus. She is gorgeous, has beautiful colors. Like, look at that fish, man. But yeah, she's going to be going upstairs. The male, unfortunately, passed away, so he is no longer in here. I've got the silver tip tetras and my longfin snow white bristlenose pleco in there. You can see her right there, as well as a golden mystery snail. The tetras will be going into the 75-gallon as well with the rest of the silver tip tetras. And the longfin snow white is going to go into the snow white breeding tank. And then the snail, I'll probably put the snail into maybe like the goldfish tank because that tank does have a lot of algae in it and it'll benefit from that algae. In here, I've got this one, let me unzoom, that'd be a good idea. I've got this one, I believe, male cauliflower swordtail. The female did not make it, but this one you can see is still developing that sword at the bottom. I'm hoping it's a male. It does look like it kind of has a gonopodium, but I'm not 100% sure. Beautiful nonetheless. So this one will get added to one of the 20 gallons, I believe. I still haven't decided exactly where, but I've also got this mystery snail here, which will also probably go into the goldfish tank just because, again, a lot of algae in there and it would benefit from it. Over to the left here, this is what kind of was my rainbow grow out tank and cory grow out tank and pleco grow out tank, but as you can see, I only have 4 of the baby rainbows, the parva rainbows left. So those 4 babies will get put right in here with the adults. So I'll have a total of 11 of them in there. And then the corys, I'm honestly thinking about taking the corys and maybe dividing them throughout some of the 20 gallons in the fish room. Only because the 40 gallons already have some other corys in them, and then my plans for the 50-gallon, you'll see what I'm going to do in there. And then the Wobbin musters that, not Wobbin musters, sorry, the L519s that are in here, I have, I believe it's 5 of them. They're probably going to go into a 20-gallon as well. So let me show you what my plans are with some of the 40s. So now with the 40-gallon rack, you can see the goldfish tank covered in algae, which is why I want to toss those 2 mystery snails in there. I do have a nerite snail and a absolutely massive ram's horn snail. You can actually kind of see the ram's horn snail back there. But the mystery snails will go in there. That one swordtail, what I believe is a male, I have the other female in here. I'm thinking about taking those 2 and putting them in here with the electric blue acara and the calico plecos, just because I feel like they're big enough where they can kind of withstand being in there with them. Then I've got the 4 baby discus that I have left. Those guys I may take and put in with the parvas over here. That way they can grow out in this tank. That leaves me with the super reds. There's a pair of super reds in here, and I believe 3 or 4 pistos in here. Pistos cacatoides. I may take those 4. I don't want to put them in here because I have baby CPDs in here. I don't want to put them in here because I have a special fish in there that I don't want to possibly get killed. I may toss them in here with the electric blue cars as well, just because again they are a decent size. I feel like they can kind of handle it. But some of the females are a little smaller, so I'm not 100% sure where I'll toss those. I don't want to put them in either one of these two because they have baby guppies all over the place. And then that leaves me with the three baby rainbows that are in here. I'm thinking about tossing those three baby rainbows in this tank here, but I'm kind of hesitant because now the angels have bred again, so they're probably going to be very aggressive. Granted, those baby rainbows are very quick, but that's the plan for that. That kind of empties out this 40-gallon. And then down here, I'm thinking about taking all of the fish in here, which are the 5 new altums that I have, plus that red shoulder Manica Poo, which is right here, as well as all the tetras and corys and plecos, and putting them in this tank. Because as you can tell, the geos are no longer here. The thread finnicaras, the albino geophagus heveli, are not in here anymore. I gave them back to my buddy John. They just weren't breeding, and I kind of want to actually try breeding stuff now. So I'm thinking about taking the fish out of the 40-gallon, tossing them into the 50-gallon. That way they have a little bit bigger of a tank. It's already got a sand substrate, so the Altums at least will get used to the white sand substrate because they will eventually go into my 180, as well as a lot of these other fish that are in here. I'm probably going to toss the majority of them into the 180 eventually. Then that will kind of clear out these two 40 gallons here, which will allow me to extend my 20-gallon rack like I originally wanted to. So it's going to be kind of a mishmash of moving fish around. This is going to get emptied out, and hopefully these two will get emptied out as well. Okay, so like I said, first order of business is going to be to take the snails out of here. These two tanks, the two middle 10 gallons, just because that's going to be the easiest, and I'm going to pop them right in here with the goldfish. So let's go ahead and shove some arms in tanks. That golden one is all the way back there, but I can get into this one. And let's see here. Are you still alive? Yes, you are still alive. Just got its little foot and pop goes the weasel. There goes one. Hopefully the goldfish don't absolutely wreck that guy. Got my towel here just because I know I'm going to be making a mess here. So I'd rather clean it up as I go. Man, this is going to be a little bit of reach. This is another reason kind of why I want to get rid of these tanks is because I have the 10 gallons set up lengthwise, and it's just hard to get to the back. The fish usually hide all the way in the back, except for like the swordfish, but that's the swordtail. That's just because they're friendly. Mostly their fish, like the tetras, the rainbows, all the corys and plecos, they all just hide towards the back, and I can't see them. I don't like that because I want to see my fish. So, like I said, let's go ahead and get. Oh man, this is uncomfortable. I'm going to remove this lid completely. Now we can reach in the back here and get the golden mystery snail. Come here, little one. There we go. Got myself the little golden. See here. Golden mystery snail. A little bit of algae on it, but that's okay. You're going to go in here as well. Another snail added to the tank in there. Cool. All right. Now, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and remove the lids on all of these except for this one because this has no fish in it. Now, like I said, the discus and the tetras are going up into the 75, so I'm going to move those guys last. I'm going to go ahead, catch this swordtail out of here, and pop it into the 20-gallon with the electric blue cars, and then catch the baby rainbows and pop them in here. So let me grab a net real quick. Okay, so I did get myself a new net. This is an 8-inch net, so should make for catching fish much easier as opposed to using all those smaller nets that I had. Again, brand new net, straight out the packaging. Got him. All right. Let me run over here and pop them in the tank. That solves that. I'll show you guys the fish in their tanks once I have everything over there. Now to catch these baby rainbows and pop them in here, I'm going to go ahead and pre-prep this lid for the addition of fish. Okay, got 2 of them. Let's see, yep, 2 of these guys. Ready? Pop. Did I add them? I think I did. Yep, there they are. Come on, come to the front. Here we go. Good job. And see, The net's not really in the greatest position right now. Did I get them? Yes, got both of them. Okay. These two drop into the tank. That leaves me with the two species of corys in here, which I forgot their names, plus the L519s, the silver tips, and the snow white, which the snow white is probably going to be my next catch because I can just toss it into the snow white tank up there. So come here, come here. There we go. This one I'll probably try to show you guys because she is gorgeous. Didn't even realize that I caught a majority of the tetras. There's what, three or four of them in here. Let's pop these guys right back into the tank. Go. Okay. So she is spiking herself into the. Let's see here. Can you guys see that? She is got her fins all flared out. Looks a little crazy right now out of the water, but let me get her into the snow white tank. So that leaves me now with the tetras, the discus, and these corys. The corys I might wait because I don't know exactly where I'm going to toss them over here. I may just catch the tetras and the discus. I might put them in a little container just to catch them up and bring them upstairs. Got my little container here with some water. I'm going to catch the tetras first just because they're going to be the easiest to get out of here. I can do probably one smooth swoop and catch all 6 of them. Now, again, there's only 6 of them in here. There goes 5. I'm not going to lose any more trying to get that one other. You're all alone, buddy. Let's go. Oh, man. Those are my moves now, this little guy. There you go. Got him. 6. All right. So that is 6 silver tip tetras. Let's go ahead, put these guys upstairs. We are here at the 75. I am being a little quiet because my son is sleeping down the room, down the hall. I'm going to feed these guys first because these discus look hungry. And I don't need them snacking on any of the fish that I'm adding here. So let's add a little bit of pellets in there. Distract them there. And then I'm going to just dump these guys in straight from this side here. And I am dumping water and all. They are in my water. Here we go. A couple tetras in there. They're already, some of these guys are already trying to eat. Hopefully they'll school up with the other ones that I have in here nicely. I don't have many. I'm kind of phasing out of the silver tips just because I'm having a hard time sourcing some healthy ones that actually last. A majority of the ones that I get will pass very quickly. So let's go downstairs, catch the discus, pop her in here as well. That is her offspring, so it's supposed to look like this. She'll probably end up looking like this once I get her into this tank with a little bit of darker substrate in the background and stuff, but that's going to be changing soon, but don't worry about that. Let's get downstairs. Okay, so we're here with the discus, the female discus, or yeah, female discus, not what I believe is. She's definitely female. Let's remove the lid on this tank as well. Add a little bit of tank water to the bucket. And now I know this is a little bit of water and this is a very shallow bucket, but it's only temporary. It's just while I move her upstairs. So, and the temperature of the tanks are, they match. This tank is at 80 degrees and the tank upstairs at about 81 degrees. So no need for me to temperature acclimate. Let's see. Okay, nice big mess. Let's go ahead and gently get her into this bucket. There we go. She is going to be stressed out a little bit, but that's okay. Let's just run her straight upstairs. Okay, back upstairs. I did have to put a lid on the container because she tried jumping out as I was walking upstairs. That's not okay. So let me go ahead, kind of get this lid out of the way here, kind of halfway at least, fold it back. And I'm not going to dump her in. I'm going to gently put her in. Here we go. Here you go, big mama. Get in there. There we go. Nice, big, beautiful female. Roughly the same size as her counterpart there. Her little son, I believe, or daughter, whatever. Hopefully it's her son. I know it sounds weird, but fish don't care about that stuff. So But only time will tell if they pair off or anything like that. I know the big guy was a little fancy with the orange one, which I'm assuming is female. So it's definitely male, female somewhere in here for sure. But we'll see what we get. That female that I just added, she is big and healthy, so I have no issues or concerns about her, you know, getting bullied or anything like that. I may turn the lights off on this tank for now, just so she doesn't get stressed out. Okay, so I decided I'm gonna move the female swordtail first and move her over into the 20-gallon long over there. So let's see if I can catch her with any ease, or if this is going to be a very difficult situation. I'm trying to move very slowly. Come on, discus, don't get in the way. This freaking discus, man. I'm not after you, bro. Stop getting in the way of the net. Come on, go up, up, up. Not that high up. There we go. Okay, okay. Okay. Kind of caught in some of the plecos roots here. Let me see if I can skip. Jesus. I want to just scare her back, not up. Okay, got her. Let's move her over here. And again, this lid is already up. Got myself prepared for that. Beautiful. Fish are moved in here. There are the two cauliflowers in there. I don't know if you guys can see them over there. They look phenomenal with that blue and then the black and the green. These cauliflowers just stick out so much. They look so good. Next, I'm going to catch the baby discus since they were so eager to get caught. And like I said, they're going to be going in with the parva rainbows. Okay, maybe they're not that eager to get caught. Probably be a smart idea for me to, gotcha, move or remove the pothos and stuff like that in the sponge filters, but I don't want to do all of that. I'm lazy. Come on. Okay, got one baby discus in the net. You, I want you. Yeah, you, I want you. And nope, nope, nope. Okay. Thought I had him. Gotcha. Nope, nope, don't escape. Okay. Don't want any of this algae. You know, I've got a boatload of it. Come on, get in the net. Get in the net, little guy. There we go. Good. Another one caught. Let's see. Can I do a 2-for-1 on these last two discus? Am I getting greedy? Might be. Did I just do that? Did I just do that? Oh yeah, I definitely did. Just caught them both. Let's see. Let me not speak too soon because this one little guy here got them both. Got him. Two more discus. Moved on. Bow. Bow. Nice. Got them. All four in there. Okay. Probably should have moved the camera to this angle while I was catching the discus, putting them over there. Next is going to be the three baby rainbows that are in here. These guys are definitely going to be tough because they are fast as lightning. Fast as boy. These pothos roots are legit just in my way. Entirely in my way. This is going to be impossible. The rainbows are going to be next to impossible to catch out of this tank without draining it, and that sucks so bad. I might just remove the pothos and the caves. Maybe I'll do the pistos first, because I do see the four pistos. Question is, where do I want to move said four pistos? Let's just go ahead and start catching. I may just move them over there, put their little breeding cave that I have in that tank as well, just to give them a little refuge. Gotcha. Got a female, what I think is a female. Let's walk her over here and pop her into this tank. Let's see. There she is, hiding in the weeds. I think that's going to be a good situation for them, at least temporarily, till I can expand my 20-gallon rack. And then they can get their 20-gallon. Let's catch the big male. Gotcha. Aha. This guy's nice. Not the triple red. He's more like a double red, kind of. Only really has red in his dorsal and tail fin. Doesn't have it in the pectorals. Or here is numero trace. Oh, okay, lost numero trace. Come on, numero trace. This is another young male. It is getting the red. This one looks like it may be a triple red or maybe even a super red. which would be very, very nice. I like the super red so much more because they have red on all of their fins, the dorsal, the tail fin, the pectoral fins, and the, oh, what's the other set of fins? I don't know. But they have red on all their fins, which is very, very, yeah, that's definitely a nice young male there. Ooh, nice. Last one, where art thou? Let me go ahead and pull this cave out of here. While I have the cave, let's go ahead and boop, pop this in here without getting attacked by the angels. There we go. Where did that other pistol go? I know I saw it. I saw four of them for sure. I'm not losing my mind. Where the heck did she go? I know I saw her in here. I'm not losing my mind. There you are. She was hiding behind. Ah, what the heck? The heater over here. Where'd you go? I just saw you. Did I catch you? No. How did I lose you that fast? What the heck? There she is. Oh, she's right in front here. Bozo. Come here, mama. I'm gonna give you back to your little posse over here. Got her in my hand here. Gonna go ahead and whoop, there you go. Okay. Oh, no, let me not cover that up because I still gotta catch the rainbows out of here. Got him. Now I just gotta scoop him up. There we go. I'm gonna do the same for this guy as well. Just catch it by hand and pop it into that tank. There we go. Got it. There you go. Go in there. You're good. Oh no, I let some of the algae in there. Son of a gun. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to be catching these super reds out of this tank, putting them over there where the cauliflowers went. So all the red fish going into that tank with the blue fish. Let's see if I can catch. Let's see if I can find these plecos first. It's like these fish know that I can't go near the pothos roots, and then they go near the pothos roots. Gotcha. This is the female, I believe. It's the smaller of the two. I don't know where the other one is, actually, now that I think about it. Hey. Easy, 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 big guy. Or little lady. Whoever. Go. Get in the water. Get in the water. There you go. Okay. Now, to find the other one. Not there. Probably hiding behind the heater. Okay, I just got my flashlight to check in the caves to see if he was in there. He's not. What I'm going to do is just go ahead and toss these extra two caves in here, since I am adding two extra fish, two extra plecos specifically. They will go in there. Now, where is, whoopsies, where is that male pleco? I found him. He was hiding in the sponge filter. As you can hear, I had to disconnect the airline to pull the sponge filter out, but let's go, big dude. All right, so this is for sure the male. Go. Swim off, buddy. Oh, God, don't do this to me. He's got his little cheek spike things or whatever out, and he is stuck on the net. Doesn't want to release. I don't want to leave the net just floating here either. There you go, bud. Good job. Okay, go. Okay, so before I move the altums from this tank to that tank, I did take the 800 watt heater that was up here and put it into that tank because I noticed that the temps were actually a little bit off. This tank is roughly 80 degrees. This one was 76, which I know a few degrees isn't the worst thing, but I don't want to try any, I don't want to play any games with altum. So I'm going to let that tank get up to temperature, and I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do with the corys and the L519s in that last 10 gallon. Here at the last 10 gallon at the quarantine breeding rack or whatever it is, again, all the fish are hiding in the back. So I'm going to get a little bit of water in here again. I'm gonna clean off this net in one of the other tanks here because I've got all that algae from the last tank I was just in, which was the 40 gallon over there with the baby discus and stuff. So I think with these ones, I'm going to take out the sponge filter and the heater just to make it a little bit easier for me. Let's get to catching some fish. Fun part. I'm actually going to remove this heater as well. Now that I've got the heater and the sponge filter out of there, it's going to be a lot easier for me to catch all these corys and plecos. So my game plan is going to be to go from the back and swoop forward. Wow, there's a lot of corys in here. There's the flagtail panda corys in here, and one other type. I forget the names. I'm horrible with remembering names of this, at least the scientific names of these fish. So you're gonna have to excuse me on that. Let's see, how many did I catch? 1, 2, 3, 4. Too many. I can't. They're moving too fast. I know the plecos are probably going to be the harder ones to catch. Oh man, those wobbin musters. Now I keep calling them wobbin musters. They are not wobbin musters. They're L519s. Then there is a difference apparently. The L519s have a bigger honeycomb apparently, while the wobbin musters have a smaller, tighter honeycomb pattern, which I didn't know. I think that's all the corys. It's just the, oh no, there's one cory left in here along with the 5 wobbin musters. Oh, I got one of the wobbin musters. 2, ooh, I got 4? No way, 3. Wow, I got 3 of the wobbin musters. Sweet, I'm hype. Now to get them out of the net, because again, plecos like to spike themselves into nets. Hopefully these little jerks aren't ruining my net. This is a brand new net. Okay, so I got one, no, there's 2 corys left in here. 2 corys. 3 wobbin musters. I keep saying wobbin musters. L519s. Get it right, dude. Come on, buddy. And I lost that 519. It's okay. Got the cory. And before I even move these guys into their tanks, I'm going to show you guys at least the 519s because they are just gorgeous, gorgeous plecos. Maybe one of the prettier of the bristlenose family, I guess you can say. I don't know if they're exactly in the ancistrus. Like, maybe they are ancistrus. I don't know. I'm not really that smart. Got him. Okay. Let's do a little flip-see trick. Come on, get in the water. Get in the water. Get out of the net and into the water. Good. Okay. There we go. You can see the 519s. They have that nice bigger honeycomb patterning to them. These guys right here are the flagtail pandas, and then these ones are the other type of cory. I have more of the flagtail pandas, and you can see the other wobbin musters here. So I've got one male there for sure, another male here, maybe a third there. Oh man, did I luck out and get all males? Because this one's got tiny little bristles, and so does that one. That would suck. Oh man. Okay, guys, so I'm a little hesitant on moving the 6 of the other corys into this tank just because there is a lot of mulm and algae in this tank, and I want to actually see them. So I don't really know what I'm going to do. The flagtail pandas are definitely going to go over there, and the 519s are definitely going on here. Maybe I'll put the other 6 in that tank. Yeah, I'll put the other 6 in this tank here with the electric blue cars and the cauliflower swords, and the super reds as well. So I can do that. There's no corys in that tank, so I think they should be fine in there. So the first fish we're going to move are the flagtail pandas into this tank here. I'm going to net them out with this little shrimp net because I want to catch them out one at a time and just examine them kind of. Come here, little buddy.
There's 1. Nice. 2 and 3. 1, 3. 4. Nope, get out of there, little dude. I don't need you. Get out. Come on, get out. Okay, so I was at 3, I think. 4 and 5. 6. 7, 8. 9. And
10. Okay, so I got 10 of the flagtail pandas. Now in this 20 long, nice little upgrade for them. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the other type of cory. So let's go ahead, cover this back up, get that lid on there nicely, and get down here. Okay, we've moved down a level. Don't know if you guys can see me that great, but again, we're not here for me, we're here for the fish. This is where the other 6 corys are going to go Here are 3 of them, and these guys are just gorgeous little corys too. Look at them. Can you see them? Oh, the electric blue car took a little shot at one of them. That's going to be a mistake, buddy. You don't want to do that. Bro, probably should have fed these electric blue car before doing this. Those guys are always trying to eat something. There's these last 2. Okay, beautiful. Wow, those corys are just gorgeous. Definitely going to feed these electric blue cars. So let me just grab some food real quick. So there are the electric blue car. There's 4 of them in here, but those are the little corys. Sorry about the algae. I got to clean my glass. Get out the way. But there they are. Come on, focus. Beautiful. I believe these ones started with an L. I'll try to remember and post this somewhere on the screen. But these guys are just gorgeous little corys. Okay, well, I just stupidly added all of the 5 L519s into this tank, and my phone was dead the entire time. I thought I could have swore I pressed record, but I guess I didn't. So you're just gonna have to trust and believe that they're in here somewhere. There are my leopard frogs in the back. There's another leopard frog with the sponge filter. Oh, there goes there's the L9 519 right there. There's another one. You see his tail sticking out kind of back there. So yeah, you guys are gonna have to just trust and pretend that you guys saw me add these into the tank. Okay, the last order of business is going to be to catch these guys out of here and pop them into this tank. I've got my 800-watt heater on here, and it is now up to temp. So I think what I'm going to do first is maybe move like the sponge filters, the floating plants, the hornwort, and stuff like that, and even the UV sterilizer that I now have in there, move that all over into this tank first. That way there is nothing in the tank, the caves, everything like that too. Only thing I'm not going to move over is the pothos, and that's just because I'm going to use these elsewhere in the fish room. So let me just pop this right back on there. Okay, that's good there. So let's start moving filters. I have a filter in this tank already, so I'm going to leave that one plugged in. I'm just going to take both of these, connect one of them to the air system, and then the other just leave it in there. Give the hornwort a little shake in here, clean it off a little bit, because it's got mold everywhere. I'll just kind of pop it in here for now. Maybe I'll move all the Anubias and stuff like that and the other floating stuff. And maybe I'll decide later if I want to put this hornwort in there with them. Okay, all the Anubias and stuff is now in this tank. As you can see, it is a little bit moldy, but that's okay. This will be getting water changes very soon. And by soon, I mean this weekend. It is now Friday. Next order is to catch fish out of here and put them into this tank, which again is the most nerve-wracking part for me. I'm going to probably start with these smaller fish, i.e. the tetras and stuff like that, and the corys, and work my way up to the altums. They will more than likely be the last fish going in that tank. Okay, what do we got here? We got rummy nose, cardinal, 2 rummy nose, 2 cardinals, and 2 albinos. Oh man, there's a lot of gunk in here. Don't want that stuff going in there. Let's get these fish in here. Here we go. And now the fish room lights they did turn off on me while I was down here, or while I was upstairs, I mean. So as soon as I put these guys into the tank next door, I mean, I will be turning the lights off, just because I know these fish are going to be stressed out, even though they are only moving from one tank to the next, but it is for them, whole new environment. They have sand and all this stuff, so again, tank lights will be getting shut off almost immediately after I finish putting them in. Let's see here. 4 more corys and another rummy. And I'm very quickly just plopping them into their new tank. Roughly an extra 10 gallons of water volume, which is not a bad thing for these guys. Okay, got another bucket here. Just tossing some of this mold and stuff like that. I don't really need any of those extra plantlets, the tiny little rhizomes that are left in there and stuff. Let's see, another cory. Another albino cory. Go. Ah, damn it, just got some mold in there. There we go. Scoop that out with my hands. Do I have any assassins in here? No. Got the last cory. This is where the splash fest begins, because these altum are going to freak out. Oh man. Okay. I don't know why I'm cleaning the tank or the glass, because they're just gonna get it wet again. Let's see. Let me just confirm there are no other fish in here. Negative, no other fish. So we're going to do one angel at a time. Oh man, I'm so nervous to catch these guys. I know they're going to be freaked out. Come here, one at a time, I said. There we go. Oh man, I feel the strength in these guys. There we go. Okay. Wow. Okay. 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 There you go. You're okay. Whew. Okay. You're okay. Okay. Whew. I think I'm more nervous than the fish. Okay, so that's one. Let's do the red shoulder. The red shoulder is beautiful. It's got a very gorgeous red shoulder on him. Wow. Okay, ready? Boom, right over. Wow, can you see that? Oh man, that red shoulder pops so much more on the white substrate. Oh man, I'm gonna have to show you guys a little close up of these guys before I turn off the lights for the night so they can be stress free. Here's another altum. Okay, go, 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 go. You're okay. You're okay. Okay, they're in the corner back there. Okay. 3 down, 3 to go. That was a red shoulder and 2 altums. Here's another altum. The only other ones left are altums. Okay, go, go, go. Wow. Nice miss. 2 more. Come here, get in the net. Okay. Okay. These guys do have spines, so I'm kind of hesitant on touching the nets, because again, they do have spines, and the spines don't feel good. Last altum. This one, I don't know if this is the biggest guy, but they're all really, really large. Okay, okay, okay. There we go. Flip it. There we go. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Let me dry things up over here and then show you guys what's going on. Here we are at the altum tank, the new altum tank, and with the red shoulder. You can see the red shoulder back there. And the altums, they're all hiding back here. I'm going to turn these lights off, but all the other fish are in here as well. The albino corys, the rummy nose, the 2 serpe tetras, those 2 other corys. You see one of them back there. That cardinal and the neon. They're all in here now. I'm going to turn the lights off down here. I did leave the assassin snails in here temporarily. There's no more fish in here. I put the hornwort back in there as well because I don't want it in this tank. I think this is a good amount of coverage here. So let me show you the rest of the fish. Mystery snail, the golden one's already going to work here. You can kind of see this little trail going on there. The other one hasn't moved. A little concerning, but we'll see. And here are the baby rainbows. You can see one of the baby rainbows right there. Another one right, record the fish right there. The third one's somewhere in here, as well as the apistos. They're somewhere in here. Let's see if I can see any of them. No, I cannot. I have their little hut right here, so they're definitely hiding somewhere here, but they're in here. Baby discus, there's one there, 2 more there, 4th one there, as well as the baby rainbows are in here with the parents. So again, 11 of those in here, the 4 baby discus. Altum's kind of shifted over. These 2 are now empty. In here, didn't put anything in there. Down here, didn't put anything in there either. This one has the 519s somewhere in there. Didn't put anything in there. This one has the cauliflower swords. There's the female over there and the alleged male. The smaller super red pair are somewhere in here. You can kind of see one of them is tailed back there. as well as those 6 corys back there. Up here, you can see my flagtail pandas are doing great in there. And yeah, I think that was it for the fish that I moved, besides the discus upstairs with the silver tips, which I can show you in a bit. So these 2 are now empty, as well as this entire rack is now empty. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect everything here, because again, a lot of power coming from these tanks, at least the heaters at least. So I'm going to disconnect them because they're no longer in use. There we go. Whole thing is off. I have everything on that one strip there. 2 air pumps running all the tanks and stuff like that. So I'm definitely going to be saving some energy, electricity here with that. And then I'm going to disconnect this heater as well. No heater in here. And then lighting wise, I mean, this is all linkable LEDs. And then the heater in this tank is now in this tank. No heater in here. This is the only heater that I need to disconnect. And there we have it, guys. That is the end of today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed me moving all the fish around in here, doing a whole little fish shuffle down here. In the next video, I will be hopefully draining all these empty tanks that I emptied today and extending the 20-gallon rack, or at least tearing certain things down. So if you don't want to miss that, subscribe to the channel, because again, that is coming very, very shortly. We are now getting things in motion to getting towards that. So again, subscribe if you don't want to miss that. Like this video. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.